We'll wait for 1 minute. Okay, still somebody joining. After that, we'll start the session. Yeah, good evening, one and all. Now we'll start the session. This one, previous classes, we discussed testing of hypothesis. We started that one. Yeah, just anyone confirm? Can you hear me? And the slides are visible or not? Yeah, anyone confirm in chat box? I hope the slides are visible, right? Yeah, anyone confirm in chat box? Yeah, okay, fine. Very good, no? Now come to the point. In previous classes, we started the testing of hypothesis, right? We know testing of hypothesis procedure. Total, we have first 5 steps are there. Okay. Step 1, we set up the null hypothesis H naught. And the second step, step 2, set up the alternative hypothesis H1 or HA. Depending on that one, we have to decide the tailed test. So just a minute. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, the second step is we have to set up the alternative hypothesis. The notation is H1 or HA. Depending on that one, we have to find the tailed test. Okay, tailed test. After that, the third step is step 3. We have to find the level of significance alpha. In the question, alpha is given, directly can take that one. If alpha is not given, generally we have to choose alpha is 5%. And depending on tail test and alpha, we have to find the tabular value. Z tabular value we have to find. This is the third step. After that, the step 4, test statistic. Okay? Test statistic. This Z calculated or something Z tab calculated. We are discussing large samples. That's why I taken Z calculated. For large samples, okay, we have to use Z test. For large samples, we have to use Z test. Here Z calculated is, okay, something that is depending on the data. That is single mean, we have one formula is there. Difference of means, another formula is there. Okay. Depending on that one, you can use that formula and we can calculate the Z calculated. And step 5, conclusion. Okay. Conclusion. If mod Z calculated is less than mod Z tabular value, mod Z tabular value at alpha percent level of significance, this condition is satisfied. Therefore, we accept null hypothesis. It is H naught. Otherwise, we reject. Otherwise, we reject the null hypothesis. This is the general procedure. In last class, we started testing of hypothesis for large samples. For large samples, we'll use Z test, right? We use Z test. In Z test, again, depending on the data, we have different things are there. Okay, first one is single mean. Okay, for single mean is there, the Z, only the test statistic will be changed. The procedure is same thing. The general procedure is that contain only 5 steps. Okay, large samples we have to use Z test. Depending on the data, first we have to identify the data is related to only single mean or not. If single mean, the Z calculated is X bar minus mu by sigma by root n, or sigma is not known, we'll use this formula also, X bar minus mu by S by root n. That is a single mean, you can use either this one or this one depending on the data. And the second one, difference of means, or two means. In that case, the Z calculated formula is x1 bar minus x2 bar by sigma 1 square by n1 plus sigma 2 square by n2, or s1 square by n2, n1 s2 square by n2. Already we covered these two in last sessions. Now in this one more thing is there. If they are not discussing about the mean, okay, there is a proportion. For example, suppose in a class 60 students are there. Okay, we are discussing about good students. Out of 60, 50 students are good. 50 students are good. Okay, when you are discussing that one, we are not discussing mean. Okay, in such case, you can take the proportions. The proportions are denoted by small p and capital P. Small p is the small sample proportion. That is, out of 60, how many are good students? 50. 50 by 60. Just like probability. Okay. Okay. In the question, they are not discussing about mean and variance. In such case, you can go through proportions. Today, we will discuss large sample single proportions. Large sample single proportions. Yes, ma'am. See here. In the question, they won't mention anything. We have to identify. That's why I explained in previous classes what we discussed, right? See, large samples, single proportions. Okay, single proportion means they won't, in the question, they won't discuss the mean and variance. They will give out of 100 or 150 or 200. This number of students are something. The number of cases are favorable to the particular thing. In such cases, we'll use proportions. Okay. Here, small p is sample proportion. Sample, just a minute. Sample proportion. Yeah, okay, that is depending on just wait, ma. Okay, Anil, just wait. First, I want to explain this one. After that, when you're discussing problems, I will clear your doubt. Okay. That's clear. First, I will explain this part. When you're discussing the problems, I will explain. I will clear your doubt. That's okay, clear? Okay. Please wait 1 or 2 minutes. After that, I will clear your doubt. Okay, here small p is a sample proportion and capital P is population proportion. Population proportion. And capital Q is, okay, 1 minus capital P. 1 minus capital P. And small n is the sample size. Small n is sample size. Sample size. Okay. When you're testing that one, only the fourth step is different. That is test statistic. Okay, first we have to identify, that is large sample or small samples. Okay, large sample, we have single mean is there, difference of means, and proportion, single proportion, and two proportions are there. Okay, if the population proportion capital P is known, okay, capital P is known, then the test statistic formula is Z calculated is equals to, this is small p minus capital P by square root of capital P into capital Q by N. Only the fourth step will change depending on the data. The entire procedure is same thing, 5 steps. Only the calculation part will be different. That is depending on data. Okay, proportions is there. The Z calculated formula is small p minus capital P by under root of capital P into small q, capital Q by N. The remaining is same thing. After finding Z calculated, comparison. Mod Z calculated is less than mod Z tabular value at alpha percent level of significance. Alpha percent level of significance. Okay, we accept null hypothesis. We accept null hypothesis. Yeah, this is a procedure for single proportion for large samples. Now, just a minute. Yeah, already we discussed the samples are divided into two things, large samples or small samples. Okay, so in previous classes we did so many problems. The sample size n is greater than 30, that is large sample. Okay, large sample. Okay, and the sample is sample size, just a minute, less than 30, small samples. Yeah, already we discussed so many times. Okay, and less than 30, the sample is called small sample. Okay, small sample. Okay, for large samples, always will use z-test. As for remember, large samples will use z-test. Z-test only will use z-test. Already shown the picture in previous classes. In z-test, again, we have different things are there. First one is single mean, one mean. Second one is two means. Second one is two means. Now the third one is single proportion. Like fourth one more is there, two proportions. In previous classes, we covered about the mean, one mean and two means we covered, right? Now, today we are going to cover this topic, large samples, single proportion. As per clear? Somebody asked. I think your doubt is clear, right? 524. Yeah, okay. Now we'll start the problems. Yeah. Yeah, somebody asked some doubts. All of you listen carefully this question. In this problem, I will clear your doubts. Yeah, once all of you read this question carefully. In exam also, they will ask questions like this only. They won't mention anything. Okay. In a big city, 325 men out of 600 men were found to be smokers. If you understood concept, you can enjoy the subject here. In a big city, 325 men out of 600 men were found to be smokers. Okay. Does this information support the conclusion that the majority of men in the city are smokers? In the city are smokers. Yeah, very good. No. No. Wait. I will tell you. Wait. First thing, all of you identify. That is large sample or small sample. See, in a city, 325 men out of 600. Out of 600. This is the sample size. Okay, that is the sample size. What is the sample size? N is equals to 600. N equals to 600 means that is the large sample or small sample? Large sample. Yeah, very good. That is large sample because N is greater than 30. Large sample. Okay. Large sample. In large sample, we have till now we discussed one mean. Okay. Two means. Right. Now single proportion. Yeah, here all of you read that question. In the question, they discussed about the mean. Any discussion about the mean? Yeah, all of you observe that question carefully. In the given data, any discussion about the mean? Anyone respond in chat box? No, there is no discussion about the mean, right? No need to worry about these two things, either single mean or two means. As all of you clear that point? First, we have to identify that is large sample or small sample. How to identify? That is depending on sample size. Sample size is greater than 30, large samples. After that, in the question, what they are discussing, that is the important. They are discussing about the mean. We have to go to these two, either first one or second one, depending on the data. Otherwise, go to proportions. Okay, go to proportions. In this question, there is no discussion about the mean. No discussion about the mean. Okay. So we'll go to proportions. Proportions means just like probability. Out of 600, 325 are smokers. Okay. Now I hope all of you understood this one. Identification is very, very important. Is that clear? Why you are not applying larger sample single mean and two means? It's clear? Still you have any doubt? I will clarify your doubts. As all of you understood, the identification, which test we have to use. The identification is most important. I hope all of you understood that one. Still anybody have doubts? I will clarify your doubts. Okay? Is that clear? Now, see the solution part. Next, we'll write the what are the given data. N is given. Okay, 600. And see here, out of 600, 325 men are found to be smokers. We are discussing about the smokers. Here, the statement about smokers. Okay, the small p is sample proportion. Out of 600, how many are favorable to this one? Smokers, 325. Okay, 325. This is the sample proportion. Okay, sample, about the sample proportion. Okay, now clear this point? As far this is clear. Now anybody guess what is the population proportion, capital P? All of you read that question. What we are testing here, does this information support the conclusion that the majority of men in city are smokers? Initially, what we are assuming? Yeah, that is, will test. Here, what you are assuming, the smokers in the city, smokers and non-smokers are equal. Okay. Yeah, P equals to 1 by 2. Very good. Here, directly they didn't given about population proportion. Directly they didn't given this one. In such case, what we assume, smokers and non-smokers are equal. Okay. Smokers and non-smokers are equal. Initially, we assume that one. Smokers and non-smokers are equal. Equal means the population proportion, capital P is equals to 1 by 2, right? How to find capital Q? Capital Q is 1 minus capital P. That is 1 by 2. So sometimes in the question, they will give directly about population proportion. If population proportion is not given, we assume here, depending on the data, we are discussing about the smokers. In such case, we'll assume smokers and non-smokers are equal. That means population proportion, capital P is equals to 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2. Now this is the given data. Now all of you understood? Up to this one, you have any doubt, you can ask. I will clear your doubts. First thing is, all of you observe the data and identify that is large sample or small sample. After that, what they are discussing about the mean or proportions. Okay, I hope all of you understood. Okay, now all of you see the solution part. Yeah, all of you see. Given that N is equals to 600 and number of smokers are 325. Small p is the proportion, small sample proportion of smokers. Just now I explained how to write the small p. Small p is equals to 325 by 600. That value is 0.5417. Small p is equals to this one. Okay. And next, all of you see that one, population proportion. Just now explain how to take that value. In the question, sometimes they won't give. In such case, see here. The population proportion of smokers in the city are 1 by 2. The smokers and non-smokers are equal. That's why we have taken capital P is equals to 1 by 2. If capital P is 1 by 2, we know how to find capital Q. Capital Q is also 1 by 2. Yeah, after that, we'll set up the null hypothesis. The null hypothesis is H naught is equals to, here we are discussing about the population proportion. In previously what we did, we are discussing about the population mean. Population mean is denoted by mu. That mu is equals to mu naught. That is previously about the mean. Now population proportions. Okay, the capital P is equals to capital P naught. See, population proportions we are discussing. The population proportion is denoted by capital P. All of you listen carefully. Null hypothesis, the first step. First step is we have to set up the null hypothesis. That is H naught is equals to P equals to 1 by 2. That is 0.5. 0.5. Smokers and non-smokers are equal. And the second step is alternative hypothesis. Alternate hypothesis is denoted by H1, that is equals to, yeah. In just now, somebody asked some question. Sir, how to take that is one tail test or two tail test? Yeah, once all of you see the question, given problem. Okay. Yeah, if alpha is not given, generally we have to take default 5%. Yeah, Anil, just now you asked some doubt. Okay, what you are testing here, does the information support the conclusion that the majority of men in the city are smokers? Okay, null hypothesis, what you are taken? In the city, smokers and non-smokers are equal. Okay, see this one. Smokers and non-smokers are equal. But in the question, clearly they given the data support that smokers are majority in the city. That means smokers are denoted by capital P or not. That is greater than non-smokers. Okay, that we are testing. Suppose in the question, this statement is not there. This statement is not there. Majority of the like that. In general, we have to take null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis. H1 is P is not equals to what are the given value? P naught. Is that clear? Anil, how to write alternative hypothesis? Depending on alternative hypothesis, we will decide the tailed test. Okay, here, all of you understood why I taken greater than, why not equals to. In the question, clearly they given the majority of smokers in the city. Okay, that's why I taken P greater than 0.5. Okay, H naught is not equals to type is there, not equals to. The tail test is two tail test. Either greater than or less than is there. In both the cases, the tail test is one tailed test. Is that clear? The tail test is one tailed test. See here, alternative hypothesis is greater than type. Greater than or less than. The tail test is one tail test. Suppose here not equal to is there. In such case, we can consider the tail test is two tail test. I hope your doubt is clear, right? Is that clear? Shall I move? Okay. The tail test is one tail test. And in the question, alpha is not given. All of you see that one. Alpha is not given. If alpha is not given, generally we have to take alpha is 5%. 5%. We know that alpha is by 5%. Okay. One tail test. See, 5%, one tail test. What is the Z tabular value? 1.645. 1.645. Is it clear? The table value. See, here the tail test is one tail test. Okay, and alpha is 5%, Z tabular value is 1.645. 1.645. Third step is over. The fourth step, test statistic. The test statistic is we are dealing with proportions, okay, and single proportion. Single proportion is there. Z calculated formula is this one. Z calculated is small p minus capital P by square root of capital Q, P into capital Q by N. We know small p, small q, capital Q, capital P, and N. Just substitute in this one. Yeah, very good, Ma. Excellent. All of you substitute in this one. Tell me what is the Z calculated? Wait. We accept or reject? Okay, we accept alternative hypothesis. Yeah, once all of you check Z calculated. All of you got the same thing? Z calculated. Yeah, anyone confirm? In chat box. All of you substitute that values. Yeah, very good. Z calculated is 2.04. Yeah, very good. No. This is the fourth step. After that, after finding Z calculated, we have to compare with Z tabular value. See, mod Z calculated, that is mod 2.04 is greater than Z tabular value at given alpha percent level of significance. Alpha percent level of significance. If this condition is satisfied, we reject the null hypothesis. When we'll accept mod Z calculated is less than mod Z tabular value. If this condition is satisfied, then only we accept. Otherwise, we reject. See, that is greater than. So, what is the conclusion? We reject the null hypothesis, H naught. That means we accept alternative hypothesis. What is the alternative hypothesis? The majority of men in the city are smokers. That is the statement. The majority of men in the city are smokers. I hope all of you understood this one. That's why this is a testing of hypothesis is easy if you understood that concept. Only 5 steps. Depending on the data, only the calculation part will be changed. Clear? Shall I move to next problem? Yes, ma'am. Shall we start the next one? You have any doubts? We'll discuss now. Otherwise, we'll start the next problem. Yeah, anyone respond in chat box? I hope all of you understood that one. Large sample, single proportion. Still you have any doubts? We'll discuss. Otherwise, we'll move to next problem. Yeah, shall I start next one? Yeah, anyone confirm chat box? Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, we'll start the next one. Yeah, once all of you read this question and tell me which test we have to apply. Randomly, I will ask one person. Yeah, all of you read that question carefully. Okay. See, in a sample of 1,000 people in Karnataka, 540 are rice eaters. 540 are rice eaters and the rest of wheat eaters. Okay. Can we assume that both rice and wheat eaters are equal popular in this state at 5% level of significance? Yeah, first all of you observe what is the sample size? Yes, anyone tell me? What is the sample size? 1,000. That means that is large sample or small sample? Greater than 30, large sample. Right? Yeah, very good. They are discussing about mean in this one. Any discussion about mean? No. There is no discussion about the mean. Yeah, very good. My excellent. Yeah, no discussion about the mean. No mean. Then there is a question of mean problems. This is the proportion. See, proportion means just like probability. Out of 1,000 or out of 100, some people are. Okay. I hope all of you understood that concept. See, what is the small sample proportion? Write down. The sample proportion small p is equals to small p. Out of 1,000, how many are, we are discussing about rice eaters. See here. The main thing is rice eaters. How many are favorable to rice eaters? 540, right? So what is the small p value? 0.54. Yeah, very good. Very good. Now, anyone guess what is the population proportion? Yeah, why? Why that is 0.5? See here. Can anyone assume that both rice and wheat eaters are equally popular? In the question they given. In the previous question, they didn't given. Yeah, very good, Ma, excellent. In the previous question, they didn't given, but here clearly they given. That's why we are taking population proportion is 1/2. This is the population proportion. Yeah, if you know population proportion capital P, then what is the capital Q? 1 minus capital P. That is also 1/2. That is also 1/2. Yeah, very good. Now I hope all of you understood the identification. Yeah, very good. Now tell me, yeah, we'll start the solution part. See, first I wrote what is the given data. Okay, given n equals to sample size 1,000. Okay, sample proportion. Just a minute. Sample proportion small p equals to 540 by 1,000, 0.54, right? And population proportion capital P is equals to 1/2. Capital Q is 1/2. After that, the first step is set up the null hypothesis. All of you see that null hypothesis. Okay, the null hypothesis is both rice and wheat eaters are equally popular. That means we have to take capital P is equals to 0.5. After that, alternative hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis is, in the question they didn't given any condition. The like all of you listen, rice eaters are more, wheat eaters are more, wheat eaters are more than rice eaters. Like that conditions they didn't given. If they given any condition like that, accordingly we'll write the alternative hypothesis. But they didn't given any condition. That's why we are taken alternative hypothesis is P is not equals to 0.5. That may be less than or greater than. We don't know. That's why we are taken not equals to. Yeah, Anil, tell me. Anil Kumar. See, depending on the alternative hypothesis, we'll decide the tail test. See, alternative hypothesis is not equals to type. Then what is the tail test? One-tailed or two-tailed? Not equals to is there? Two-tailed. Okay. Yeah, very good. Because two possibilities are there, less than or greater than. That is two-tailed test. Okay. Very good, Mo. I hope now you understood. Two-tailed test. It's clear? Depending on alternative hypothesis, we'll decide the tail test. And once all of you see that question, alpha is given 1%. Okay. Alpha is given a level of significance. In the question, alpha is given 1%. Okay, 1% means 0.01. All of you see the table. Alpha is 1%, and the tail test is two-tail test. Two-tail test. Okay, What is the Z value? Z tabular value 2.58. Alpha is 1%. The tail test is 2 tail test. Z tabular value is 2.58. 2.58. Is that clear? The Z tabular value is 2.58. Okay, at 1% level of significance and 2 tail test. Third step is over. Now fourth step is test statistic. Yeah, all of you see the test statistic. Test statistic Z calculated is small p minus capital P by under root of PQ by N. All of you substitute that values and tell me what is the Z calculated. Yeah, tell me what is the Z calculated. Now once all of you check, all of you got the same thing or not? Small of you find Z calculated. Yeah, anyone confirm in chat box? Z calculated value. Yeah, anyone got the same answer? Yeah, very good, ma'am. 2.53. Yeah, very good. 2.53. 53 or 529. Very good. That is also right. Okay. I hope all of you got the same thing. Z calculated, we got it. After that, the comparison. Okay. The comparison is, just a minute. I'll change. Yeah. See here, we have to compare with Z tabular value. Yeah, very good. No, excellent. Mod Z calculated, that is mod 2.532 is less than or greater than mod Z tabular value. Tabular value is 2.58, right? 2.58 or not? Yeah, 2.58 at 1% level of significance. If this statement is satisfied, okay, therefore we accept null hypothesis. We accept null hypothesis at 1% LOS. Okay, we accept null hypothesis means what is the conclusion? See, what is the null hypothesis? Both rice and wheat eaters are equally popular in the city or in the state. That is both rice and wheat eaters are equal. Both rice and wheat eaters are equal in the state. Is that clear? All of you understood this problem? I hope all of you understood. Still, if you have any doubts, I will clarify your doubts. Otherwise, we'll move to next problem. Yeah, okay, we'll move to next one. Yeah, once all of you read this question, tell me which test we have to use. Okay, okay, wait. I will explain this one. In this one, yeah, something is there. I will explain this one. Yeah, once all of you read this question, a die was thrown 9,000 times, and of these 3,220 times, okay, they got 3 or 4. Is this consistent with the hypothesis that the die was unbiased? As for this, in this one, just trick is there. Okay, here we are discussing the die is unbiased or not. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all of you observe the sample size. Sample size is 9,000, right? That is greater than 30. So large sample. And there is any discussion about the mean? No discussion about the mean. Okay, proportions. See, out of 9,000, okay, 3,320 times they got either 3 or 4. Either 3 or 4. Okay, either 3 or 4. And here, once tell me, when a die is thrown, when a die is thrown, okay, what is the sample space? Yeah, anyone guess what is the sample space when a die is thrown? The sample space contain how many elements? 6 or not? 1, 2, yeah, very good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, very good. No, very good. Now, what is the question here? That a die is thrown 9,000 times. They got either 3 or 4 is 3,220 times. Okay. By this given data, you can get sample proportion. The sample proportion is small p is equals to out of 9,000. How many times they got either 3 or 4? 3,220 times. You can get some value. Okay. Now, after that, important point is there. How to get capital P? What they are discussing here? Yeah, anyone, any guess? Getting 3 or 4, right? 3 or 4 when a die is thrown. Just now I said proportions means just like probability. When a die is thrown, what is the getting of 3 or 4? Probability of getting 3 or 4. Yeah, any guess? When a die is thrown, what is the probability of getting 1? 1 by 6 or not? Getting 2, 1 by 6. Getting 3, 1 by 6. Getting 4, 1 by 6. Like that. Okay. Now the question is here, probability of getting either 3 or 4. That means probability of getting 3 plus R is there. R means we have to add. Yeah, very good. Probability of getting 4. That is probability of getting 1 by 3 is, we know that 1 by 6 plus probability of getting 4, 1 by 6. Okay, that is 2 by 6. 2 by 6 means 1 by 3. Yeah, very good, my excellent. This is capital P. See here, capital P is, okay, probability of getting 3 or 4. Probability of getting 3 or 4. That is 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6. That is 2 by 6. That is equals to 1 by 3. Got it? Then what is the capital Q? Capital Q is 1 minus 1 by 3. That is 2 by 3 or not? 2 by 3. This is the tricky in this one they given. Clear? Now all of you see the solution part. Okay. They given sample size. Okay. Sample proportion. Sample proportion is denoted by small p. Remember, your typing mistakes are there. Okay. Small p. Sample proportions. They given that one. And population proportion is getting success either 3 or 4. See, probability of getting 3 is 1 by 6. Probability of getting 1 by 4 is 1 by 6. That is 2 by 6. This is capital P, population proportion. Capital Q is this one. Okay. Now the null hypothesis is null hypothesis H naught is equals to a die is unbiased. And alternating hypothesis is, just a minute. Alternating hypothesis H1 is capital P is not equals to 1 by 3. That means here not equals to is there. The tail test is two-tailed test. Two-tailed test. And once all of you see that question, alpha is given, no alpha. Alpha is not given. Then the tail test is, alpha is 5%. Alpha is 5%. Tail test is what? Two-tail test. Alpha is 5%. Then Z tabular value is 2.58. 2.58. In the previous problem, we used that value. Okay, that is the table value. Third step is over, and the next step is test statistic. Test statistic. We know after that remaining. In this problem, only the trick is this one, capital P, how to find. Okay, I hope all of you understood that one. Right, now all of you find the test statistic. Z calculated is small p minus capital P by square root of alpha is not given. Alpha is mentioned. Okay, sorry, I didn't check. Once I will take, I'll see. Alpha is not given, huh? Yeah, see, this is the question, right? Alpha is not given. Is that clear? Alpha is not given. That's why we are taken 5%. If alpha is given, take that value only. Yeah. That's why I take and see here. If alpha is not given, we have to take generally 5%. Alpha is 5%. Tail test is two-tail test. Z tabular value is 2.58. After that, Z calculated. Z calculated is this one. All of you check. The Z calculated is 4.94. Yeah, okay, I will check. I didn't remember. Okay, yes, no, sorry. I will check the table value. Wait. Yeah, sorry. Right, you're good. Very good, Mo. Very good. Previously 1%, no? Sorry. Okay, 5%, two-tail test. Z tabular value is 1.96. Yeah, very good, Mo. I will change my statement. Yeah, this is Z tabular value is 1.96. Yeah, very good. You are right. Z calculated is 4.94. After that, same thing, comparison. All of you see here, mod Z calculated is 4.94, that is greater than mod Z tabular value. Mod Z tabular value is 1.96 at 5% level of significance. Therefore, we reject the null hypothesis. We reject H naught. We reject the H naught. Yeah, very good. Okay, I hope all of you understood this one. Okay, in this one, testing of hypothesis, main thing is identification is important. The procedure is same, only 5 steps, but that identification is important. I hope all of you understood. Here some more problems are there. Okay. Today I will discuss with CR and I will share the PPTs to you. Okay. I think who is CR is there in class? Yeah, CR, after class, once make a call to me. We'll discuss how to share this PPTs to you. Okay. So today I will discuss with your CR and I will share this PPTs to you. No need to worry about. And all of you listen. Now I'm going to share one link in chat box. There is a Google form. All of you fill that one. After that, we'll conduct the quiz. As all of you listen, just a minute. Okay, give me 1 minute time. I will share one link to you in chat box.